Marriage is an institution, but it's made up of people. Welcome to the Save My Marriage show. I am your host for today. My name is Vivian Bwana. This is the Save My Marriage show with the Lee Bwanas, and you're so much welcome. We're going to be talking about everything marriage. We're going to be talking what is beautiful. We're going to talk about what is not so beautiful. We're going to talk about that which we should not be talking about, and so much more. But first, I would like all of you to know who I have today in studio. They are all my co-hosts, but they are looking amazing. They look awesome in Afro accessories. Let me tell you, you're about to see. Let me just show you. But first, I am biased, so I will start with someone on my right. I like him. I just want to let you know that I like him. Please just know that I like him. We will know more later. We will know how much we like it, okay? And how much we like each other, okay? But so let's start with the one on my right. Hi, how are you?
Hi. My name is King Papatosh, is what they call me.
Yes.
Anthony Bwana is my official name. And I'm here, married to this amazing, beautiful woman, part of me. Not even the other half, the full half, the other full.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, and I'm a creative. I'm a in profession, I'm a designer. I am a strategist at Code Group.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you so much. I am Mrs. Bwana, co-founder Code Group. I'm also a counselor by profession, and I'm also a pastor. And I just love loving on people. I just love loving on people. You know. And I'm also I'm creative, by the way.
Yes.
This brain, it works things. But so we are the Bwanas, so let us figure out who the Lees are. Could they be Chinese? Who are you?
We are the Lees. I am Nessie Lee, wife to this amazing muscle man. He's spoken for. He's my husband, and these are our favorite people in the whole world. So yes, that's
What did you do?
Oh, I am a founder, CEO of Lubai Organics, a hair care brand.
Yeah.
Which was designed by Code, by the way. See what we did there? Yeah, so I make hair products, I sell them, and we are in business together, all of us.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Over to you.
Well, for me, I'm Alvin Lee Anyumba. I'm a husband. I'm honored to be the one that took her away from her father. It's a great honor. It wasn't easy. God has been good.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, I'm also a fitness and nutrition coach. I take care of people's health and wellness, make them fit, make them glow like this. Make sure that they're able to see their great-grandchildren. You may call me a body manager.
Body manager.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah. So thank you guys. We are going to be your hosts for this entire season. You're going to be seeing a lot of us all the time. So get ready. Don't be tired. This is the Save My Marriage show. And on today's episode.
We forgive you.
Yes. But on today's episode, it's muscle pull on the teeth. We move on. On today's episode, we are going to talk about expectations versus reality. Like when you think about marriage, what are you expecting? And then when you get there, what is the reality? And let me tell you, the stories we are about to hear today,
Prepare.
But first, we want to say a big thank you to Highland Suites Hotel, because that's where we are today. And this place is amazing. It's really cool. It's cozy. They have amazing accommodation facilities. They are right on Chania Avenue, on Kilimani. In Kilimani, on the road that goes to Yaya, right? Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Let me tell you, direction is not for many people. But just know you will get here.
Yes.
Google Maps
Is your friend.
Do not be afraid. So as we go ahead, please let us get to know how the Lees met.
Yeah.
You don't get to know how the Lees met. Well, I know.
Yes, let us inform them.
Let us inform them, please.
We met in Strathmore.
Yes.
I remember there was a salon there on second floor. If you're in Strathmore, a shout out.
Yeah.
Second floor, we met there. I remember seeing him and I was like, wow, this guy is tall. And I moved on with my life. Because I had places to do, to be, things to do. And I just said hi and moved on. So 3 years later, after I'd moved out from Strathmore, I went to fashion school. After that, I slid in the DMs. Ladies, slide in the DMs.
Sliding in the
You
DMs.
never know. You never know.
Take your notes.
Started talking there, and then the rest, as they say, is history. I hate that phrase. Like, you just tell us the rest. So let me just tell you the rest. Yeah, that's the
How's the
not
rest?
my
Some of
friend.
your friends.
So anyway, we started talking at the time. He was with someone, but if you're still dating, you're still single. I'm just letting you know. So you're fair game.
And then
No, it's fair game.
it's okay.
So we spoke, we met up, we traveled far, so we had like a small long distance, and then now we met again. He asked me out, and we started dating.
There's
You may
there's
somehow-
always
Two versions
Sides
of
of
the
the
story.
story. Tell us your side.
two sides.
Eh?
I'm a rush.
Okay, you take it easy then.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me say
Yes.
that I suffered while looking at her in Strathmore. She keeps saying, we just said hi and that was it. No,
That was it for me.
that was it for her. And my side
Your
of the story
version.
is that my eye was very keen.
Hey.
I spotted her before she spotted me.
Ah.
You understand?
Aha.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was like the leopard in the Sahara.
Oh my God.
Anyway, the point is, I spotted her, I saw her, but I knew to stick to my lane at that point.
Hey.
Why?
Because
But why?
I was still a boy at that time, developing into a man, and she was already on two men. So I was guarding my ego.
Wow.
No, I'm not training her street cred. I mean, her mentality was towards that. You know, a first year of campus.
Oh, yeah.
A lady. You as the man, you are nothing. You cannot compare an 18, 19, 20-year-old lady to a 19, 18, 20-year-old man.
Yeah.
There is a big difference, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was wise to protect my own ego and stick to my lane and just focus on character development.
Hey.
So anyway, so 3 years later, I used to see her liking some of my posts on Instagram, and she interrupts the rhythm of my heartbeat whenever she liked.
Hey.
I mean,
Sir.
Like, why don't you use them in real life?
what is this? Is this fake life?
This is the version. This is the version.
We will come back.
I think you forgot it's so sweet. Anyway, she used to make my heart, feel a certain way. I used to think butterflies was only for ladies. Kumbe, men have flamingos.
Dramatic.
Anyway, and that is where I know things could easily get wrong. So she used an avocado peel, and slid into my DM.
Like that.
She interrupted my DM situation and said, "Hey, I like your content. Are you on Snapchat?" Are you on Snapchat? I'm like, because I used to share my Snapchat content on Instagram. So I said, give me a Snapchat handle. Once I did that, that is where it happened.
It happened on Snapchat.
So this is what happens. I'm talking.
Talk to me, man to man.
Men may not know this. Can I say? Men don't know this, but this is what happens. Men don't know this. In most cases, 80% of the time, a lady is the one who has chosen the man. She lays the trap, and then the man, if you're wise, take it up from there. So that's what I did in Snapchat, and as she hates it, the rest was history.
The history now you know. From there you went apart and came together.
Things will start opening up slowly by slowly. Wow.
I
Yes.
know you guys have been featuring white. This is the first time I'm hearing this.
This is
No.
like it's like a new version. No, there was. Yes, they
So I
shared.
was like, I know she's leading to the DM, but I'm like, what exactly did you say? Hi, I like you. Like
No.
you.
No.
Like,
That's a
That's
bit
what
too
happened.
forward.
It was that video of my flying push-ups.
The flying
But
push-ups.
towards a song. It was on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So it
I
wasn't
made
just
it
about
nice.
the height.
Yeah, it was a peacock. Something,
the peacock was doing it.
attracting. It had also chapter. You never know.
You never
I am done
know.
with it. Let's not forget the narrative. I'm done with ladies.
You laid the trap.
So now how did you guys meet? I feel like you've been featuring me some details.
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, tell me.
Not really.
Of course,
Let me be the judge.
first of all, as we believe there are three sides to a story. There's his version, my version, and the truth.
Then the truth. So let
I
me
will
start.
decide the truth.
Let me
decide
start.
the truth.
Yes, Santo.
Yes, Santo is.
You look like you're excited about it.
Yeah.
So it was church.
Yes.
We had an event.
Uh-huh.
First Sunday, I saw a girl. I noticed her. I didn't say much. Went home. Next Sunday, saw a girl.
Same guy.
Decided to say hi.
Uh-huh.
But then she came in and she was actually asking for a business. She wanted something. She wanted us to do something together. And I was like, okay, we can talk business. But I started feeling something different within me. And so what happens next?
Did you say something?
We had an event, and during this event there was a part on play that we had to do. And so this play that we were doing, we were coupled.
Oh wow. Now this one I didn't hear.
Yeah. It's always there. It's always there. We were coupled. And I remember most of our rehearsals, we used to have rehearsals on Saturday evenings, right?
Yeah.
Saturday evenings, and I would be punctual all time because I already knew what I saw. And somewhere within, guys, I was like, I'm home.
Oh,
I'm home. I thought I was home before, and but I felt so at peace. And then I used to love acting.
Yes.
So this for me was not new.
Mm.
I would create the drama and create the reality within the drama,
Yes.
Yes.
And so most of the time when we were supposed to do something together, because I think at some point during the play, we used to walk togeture
Yeah.
and we would hold hands,
Yeah.
and mostly
Mhm.
I would hold her hands longer than the duration of the play. Because I needed to feel her,
Yes.
to know that this is the one, And also just being a pastor now, I think sometimes it's good to understand these things. It's like God had spoken to me.
Hey. Hey.
It's like God, my prayers have been answered, And so in this particular day, I say this day I'm taking it a notch higher.
Hey.
So there was a part in the play where she was supposed to sit on the other side, and it's like we're
having a conversation.
we're having a conversation.
Yeah.
That is when I played my role. I was looking at her deeper than what the play, what the
Hey, what's the
Script was
script?
saying.
I created my script.
Uh-huh.
Started looking at her, and I was like, okay, so I had seen a girl, I had spotted her, but then now I'm seeing something.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing something, and I
Seeing
could see a wife in her,
Seeing
but
the
she
wife.
didn't.
Yeah.
And so that for me was the day that I tuned her
Hey. Come on.
into my frequency. Into my
wait. The reality is, what most guys don't know, is that you were taken when y'all were meeting.
Yes.
And you were taken when y'all were meeting.
Yep.
No. Yeah.
Hey, I have.
Yeah.
So I took her before she realized that I was taking her.
Uh-huh.
So when we were deep in the conversations later on, she was like, okay, why is she not even tuning me? I had finished my assignment. So it was so easy for us, and then from that point, so I started now noticing her beyond the script. And
Yeah.
as we say,
There is nothing you're saying by there. You can't say the rest.
and as we say,
Say the rest you'll find out later.
so actually we'll find out more because we've had an interesting journey from that point, knowing each other deeper, dealing with things, beginning to notice, oh, these are things she likes.
Yeah.
The things there's a point she traveled out of the country. Now we're already friends, and I used to work close to where she lived. And so it was so easy for me to access. So lunch hours, we would just,
Mhm.
hi,
Dance Dombolo.
I'm going for lunch, and most of the time would meet and just knowing each other. I think we actually had enough time to know each other.
Yes.
We
We
did.
did. But then the moment I realized that there was also someone, I was like, okay.
Mhm.
But I wasn't worried
You're confident.
You're
in yourself.
confident.
Oh my God, that's like a whole other episode.
You see what?
And I think this is where I'll let her say the other part of
her
the
side
story.
of the story,
Because from this point it gets interesting from how her version is, because how she reacted and all that, you know.
My version. First of all, every time I hear this story from my husband, I blush. Like,
Hey.
Real.
my heart is doing
Real.
the flamingos.
Yeah, the flamingos. You don't have butterflies. Yeah.
Sure.
So when I had just come to this new church, I wasn't even there for long.
Yeah.
Like, I had been there for like, it was my second week, and I was
Second
so
week,
excited.
yes.
I was so excited. So I joined the worship team. And I was like, yeah, I want to join the worship team. I sing. I want to join the worship team. And so one day I was leading praise and worship. And then, you know, the way you turn, like you're walking, right? And so when I turned this side and I saw a young man,
A human.
a human being coming inside. He took her
Someone's
turn.
son.
I look at that turn and I'm like, dude has a nice walking style.
Hey.
I'm like, hey, dude.
The walking style. The
Yeah.
walking
I
style.
have to
And then
get
he
that
had
on
this-
camera.
He had this hat on, like he was looking sharp, dressed sharp, and I was like,
Hey.
nice,
Oh.
nice.
Wow, I can
Papa
hear
Tosh.
it.
But then I was
hear
like,
it.
well, we appreciate God's beautiful creations.
Yes.
Moving on swiftly, right?
Yes.
And so we had this conversation about business, but then at that time, we weren't able to do that business.
Yeah,
we
I
had
actually didn't do the business.
we ended up not doing the business. But then
God's
the
ways.
play came. And so the play came
More
and
business.
the acting. I'm like, yes, I'm holding this guy, but he's not
over
letting
flex.
me
No, the
go.
script. The script. We were saying the script.
Yeah, like they've said cut. But
He's not cutting.
He's not cutting, but his hand is here and he's doing things like, you know,
Hey.
moving them fingers on my hand. And
I told you I was an actor before, so you have to stay in character. You have to stay in character.
You had another agenda.
Violin there.
And so after that, again, we finished the play. And that was it. And then a close friend of mine passed away during that time. And that was the same time I was leaving the country. And so I was a hot mess. I was broken down. And he was just somewhere, you know, neighborhood.
steps away.
And he was like, hey, I'm coming. And it was so amazing because he prayed with me. He sat with me that day as I was trying to figure out what is happening in my life. And then I traveled.
This God, oh.
Everyone
It's
jumbled.
good though.
Yeah,
God used to show you and then take your part. He's like, and then he talks to you.
Prepare you.
He shows you
Prepare
the
both of you,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Yes.
Both of you prepare individually
Yeah.
and then you come together.
And then so we I think I was out for like a week. I think it was like a week. And that whole week, let me tell you, it was a week of introspection. I was mourning at that time. My friend has died. I'm not in the country. Oh my God, this is falling away. Blah, 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 blah. But then again, what is happening in my life? I don't understand. What is purpose? Oh my God.
Who is this Papa Tosh?
So coming back to Kenya, he was there. He came. He couldn't come to the airport, but he waited for me at the house. And so we got there, and I was with my friend, and we had a nice, hey, how was everything? How was the funeral? They updated me and blah blah blah. And then it just hit me. Why am I being so nice to this guy though?
Why is he being so nice
And why
to
is
me?
he being so nice to me? And then you have those conversations of, but hey, you, what's up with you? Actually, we had that conversation that whole night because I was jet lagged. So I was awake the whole time. So we had this conversation at night talking and we're just like, hey, okay. Because, okay, I love hosting, guys. I love hosting. So all the time I have people in my house. So that day as my friends had come over and I was hosting everyone. And so we were having this conversation. Guys were sleeping in the sitting room. Us guys are... And so we talked and talked and talked and talked and talked. After talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, I said, I have someone.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
Heartbreak.
Wall. Psh.
I was like, I have someone.
Emotional damage.
I was like, I have someone. And so I think I made it clear at that time the best I can offer is let's be friends.
Yeah.
Let's be friends.
Do not befriend prospects.
Do not befriend
Befriend.
Oh, yes.
prospects. Unless the prospect is your
Mhm. Mhm.
Just saying. So yeah, I think after that we ended up having just a wonderful, fruitful relationship.
Yeah, so
we
you guys became friends.
Good friends.
Yeah.
Like we had each other's back.
Yeah.
And as they say, the rest
Oh my
I
god.
was not his.
we shall know more
Go along.
as we
I
go
see
along.
similarities between our
Meetups.
meetups.
Yeah.
First of all, the traveling, it happened both sides.
Yeah.
Also, Nessie also traveled to Sudan, I think.
Yeah, I was in
Yeah,
Ghana.
and all that stuff.
Mm.
And that time away gets you thinking.
Yeah.
And then we did not notice until we're deep in the conversation.
Mhm.
Because what I was doing to Nessie, I used as a counselor and a therapist at that time. So I even knew what I was going through my current relationship at that time.
Wow.
So until later on, I was like, baby, why is it that she gets me? Why?
I feel like home. Use and those lines.
Why does she feel like home? With a big compound and children playing around.
You know?
Feels like forever.
Yes,
Well,
anyway. It was amazing. I think that's a good similarity.
Yeah.
And then how did we meet? So we
Oh,
met
yes.
you guys in church, the same
As
church
well.
that you guys
Oh,
were
yes.
acting in.
Yes.
That's where now ask me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I actually remember meeting Vivian pregnant.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
she
that's
was-
I was like,
Heavy,
Yeah.
And you had, she didn't like me. I think I
James.
should just clarify that.
Where?
Vivian did not like me. And I'm yet to find out why.
You
Yeah.
see the way she says, lanes that Alvin
stuck his
stuck his lane. I saw Nessie and chose to stick in my lane. I was like,
What do I give you guys to make you think you need lanes? Like, we are all together.
It's not what you
That
give,
means-
it's
that
what you
means-
should.
It's what
Aura.
you yeah, it's the
Aura,
aura.
you know.
I'll take it.
It's, you know what? I'll take
Thank you.
it.
Then you carry, you know. And so I think the most important thing about our friendship is it's bounded on so many things, and most importantly is our values.
Some values, yeah.
We are so rooted in the purpose of marriage more than anything else. Like
That's true.
Kingdom marriage.
Kingdom marriage is so key to us. Kingdom marriage is everything to us. And so even as we go ahead, please let's know that this is where our focus is.
Oh, yes.
At all times,
Yes.
we're gonna be saying things like, what does the Bible say?
That is it.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
Yep.
And so let us take a short break. And when we'll be back, you remember the reality versus expectation thing? You remember that? You remember
Yes,
that?
sir.
So we are coming back to talk more about it. See you shortly. Welcome back to the Save My Marriage show with the Lee Buanas. Before the break, we were talking about reality versus expectation. You got to know us a little bit more, and compliments to Highland Suits for hosting us. Thank you very much. It's a really amazing place.
Yes.
Make sure you come over and have a nice look. It'll be amazing. So guys, now that we have shared like how we met, I want to know what is the reality on the ground, and what was your expectation, and what happened, and how are we doing? I think I'll start with Alvin. That face.
You look like you have too many
I
expectations
know, right? Like,
that were not met.
Wow.
It's a sailor moment.
That's a lot for him, you
You
know?
want me to open my roho?
Open. Open.
Wow.
I'm even
And
scared.
to be honest, my marriage has been amazing.
Oh,
You're doing
That's the
well.
real truth.
oh wow.
Eh?
Wow.
I have to start with that.
Very good.
Now let me step back. Anyway, my marriage has been amazing. Let's just set that. Okay, everything is nice, but you have a few, bumps along the road.
Yeah.
As a young man getting into marriage, I've always admired marriage. So seeing my parents getting married all through, you know.
Yeah.
I've been built. I feel like I've been built for that. Since I've known I'll get married, okay? Living with a person is the first shock.
Yes.
Yes.
That is true.
Because you have to
For both of
first-
us. For both of us.
Because as a person, I can easily adapt. But then, there is that part of how fast is that other person also adapting.
Adapting, yeah.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
So, first things, you think you have OCD. Okay?
There's levels.
Then there's levels to
Levels
this.
Yes. Levels, my guy. Yes.
I love helping with house chores because growing up, my mom did not say that. Did not say
The
ladies
ladies
and-
are
yeah.
the ones.
Then guys chill.
My friend, I've cooked
Wow.
breakfast, lunch, dinner
Yeah,
for my
wash dishes.
family. I've washed chama dishes. I've done
Full thing.
I've mopped the ceiling of the house.
the ceiling.
I've mopped the roof.
Yes.
Wow.
So I've done it all. I'm marrying a person who has not been brought up that way. It's a shock for her to see a man actually who is able to do all that.
And it's a shock. Wait, let me tell you, babe. Let me tell you. It's like a good shock that needs adjusting.
It needs adjusting.
Yeah.
Because for me, I was in the Ninifo, Aki and Nani, this will never happen in my house because I couldn't stand it.
Now my point
So
is
it's a
coming.
pleasant shock, but in my head, I think he won't do it well because that's how I'm conditioned to know that men don't do these things so well.
So my shock is coming there. Please help me do this. I do it wholeheartedly. Then she'll start. You did not do this very well.
Yeah, 'cause-
So
and then personally, me, I'm a bit, just a little bit.
let me tell you, you
OCD.
just have to do it her way.
No,
That's it.
let me give them an example.
You have to
No, don't
How
give
do you
them.
cook rice? Rice is water, salt, oil, and then the rice. What does my husband do? Rice, oil, everything, and then the water.
Now let me tell you.
And then the rice starts kwaming. You're like,
I
what?
have to make this simple. At the end of the day,
There's
you
nothing
get
like
garlic,
the end
The
of
process,
the day.
yes.
There's nothing like
What's
the
the
end of
end
the
game?
day. The reason why the process is like that, so that the rice turns out a certain way.
Anyway.
Now we're eating rice ugali. Because
That's a lie.
there's a way it's shikan, there's a way it's
That's a lie.
But
shomekan,
formulas are
corners.
different.
No.
Formulas are
No, let me
different.
tell you, there's like a corner that's a bit crispy, a corner that's overcooked, and you're just like,
That's
did
a
you
lie.
even start it? That's one.
Yes, that's a lie. That's a lie.
If what then, I will take a video. Let me tell you, I'll take a video.
That's a lie. But a video where I didn't get
I will find you.
My point was the first. I'm already diving deep even. I didn't want this, but let me dive. This is the point. Remember, she's coming from a family whereby men are not allowed in
Yeah.
the kitchen. For me, I've done it all. Okay, so she doesn't expect that from me. So she's happy, but at the same time, she's still in that shock, or not that shock, that guarded heart of Aki. In my marriage, this will never happen.
Yeah.
Okay?
That requires
So
healing.
she's the only lady
Yes, I'm the
Ah.
only
family.
girl in our
in
family.
the family. So
and the firstborn.
boys
Wow.
Yeah.
are not
Girl
supposed
child,
to
you know
do
that
Oh,
it's
yeah.
hustle.
and all that stuff.
You know the
So
hustle.
everything is happening to her,
Yeah.
right? Now, in our marriage, I find that she sometimes unintentionally looks at me as her brothers. Because now,
Oh, yeah, babe.
because now she's still having that
The mindset.
thing
Because
of
I'm fighting
competition
it.
with the
Yeah.
brothers. After you're just sitting there, you're supposed to help me out because that happened.
That
with
time
her
he's not even just
brother.
sitting. In my head, it's just like,
You see.
let me find him something to do. And you know that's how African parents do it. Like if you're sitting, it's like, "Ding," he's sitting. Now he needs to find something to do. Like that's something I had to work like out
So
of.
in her head, it's like I have a problem maybe with chores, but it's not the truth. But so my main point is upbringing was now there are now things we start handling. Living together,
Yeah.
upbringing is behind it. The
Yeah.
attitude each other has towards marriage, you now get to know it.
You know it's there.
In
yeah,
the marriage.
True,
Yeah.
true.
That's
Communication.
Hey.
I have to learn how
Hey,
personality.
hey,
Look at
hey,
this. I can give you this.
yeah, it's just at my point. But thank you.
So, communication.
Wow.
She's a different human being. That's number one. Number two, she's female and male. We're still different. Number three, personalities. Again, there's a bit of difference. How she takes communication, how was confrontation in her family, how is it in my family? And like, there's all those adjustments. So, yes, outside marriage, you see us smiling. It's a beautiful couple. Inside, my friend, tunapiga push-ups hapo, sit-ups. It's work. So that is these are the expectations versus realities. I'll give her a chance, then we keep.
Let me just take it now.
Take it.
You see, me, I grew up only girl, so I've always had my own space. I've always had my bathroom and my toilet to me.
Yeah.
My brothers are always sharing because they are boys.
Expose me. Expose
So-
me.
Exposing you. So, for me, the toilet usage was a bit of a shock. I think I need
You
to
make
have
me
kind
look
of
like a sprinkler.
sprinkling.
Why are
It's
you
just
setting it
the
up?
fact that the tissue is not being put the way I used to put it. The toilet seat, I don't find it the way I left it. So it was like, wait, this is how I've been doing it for years and years and years. Now I have to share this space with someone.
Yeah.
I'm just like, at least he knows how to use the toothpaste. That's the only thing I thank God for in that bathroom. At least the toothpaste
that one
is
works for
Finward
both
from-
of you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
bottom up.
we thank God. It saved our marriage.
Sometimes I'm lazy though. But anyway, I cover up my tracks well.
Yeah, at least. But that adjusting to how ladies use the toilet and how guys and like actually seeing it
Actually,
in real
it's
life.
true.
That was
It's
a
true.
bit
There's
of
a
a
consideration for men have to do, and it also bugs me. Public toilets. I see some men being
Sprinkling.
sprinklers, and they do not wipe after. I'm very considerate.
Yeah.
now
But
you
now
are.
I had to be extra.
Because your wife is special.
I would love to open this to you guys. My wife actually made her own concoction that to spray the seat
Wow.
after my own use. So I will do it.
Then
Then
I'll
she'll
come
come
and
and do it. So I did
Eh,
it wrongly.
yeah.
Whoa.
But
It's just
okay.
for my own peace of mind. I'd do that for anyone. Like,
I look at it as
who's a
fun.
man? Any girl I'll be fine. I'll trust you, you'll clean it nicely. But for a guy, I just don't trust.
I even had a phase. Because I love her so much. I had a phase that use I have to go and pee, but I have to do it like a lady.
And I'd still wipe it. I'd still wipe it.
And then she'll still like it. Then I get mad.
All these adjustments for what?
Wow.
Babe, just do
But anyway,
you.
I noticed
adjusted for you.
as I'm growing, you see, I'm adjusting, she's adjusting.
We
but
meet in the
I
middle.
think we are not
Yeah.
adjusting.
Yeah.
So later on, as in, it all comes with time. In time, you're like, by the way, Jesus. Okay, yes, we may say the nitty gritties, but if not talked about,
Yeah, they
Exactly.
become, they build
Yeah,
up
we
to
actually
something.
had to have
And so
heated
as-
conversations.
we aren't even heated, by the way.
Me for
But we communicate
Yeah.
in detail,
Detail.
the smallest thing.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, and
What was your expectation and reality?
Whoa, for me, one of the most interesting things for me was always looking at marriage, and there are certain people that I would look at and I would be like, this would be a good image. But what happens is when you're dating or you're having a relationship, the image fades away. And these are people probably you would be visiting, or is an uncle or a relative. The image begins fading away. And so when that image fades away, it's because you're building something. It's beautiful, it's hot. And all you're seeing is this beautiful woman, beautiful girl, you know, and you're imagining how your kids will be good and all that, you know. But then you get into marriage, you realize that this is a stranger. And you're a total stranger. And so whatever was happening between both different, like her background, my background are different. Maybe my situation was, you know, we had the most cleanest parents, and we had such a situation, you know, you have everything organized, but her side might have been different, or her level of cleanness was not the same. So when I got to marriage, I was like, okay, there are things that I would clearly have to just be okay with.
Like what?
Because I would come in the house and notice she was very interesting on how she does kitchen. She would cook as she finished cleaning.
As she's cleaning.
Yeah.
And those were first days, second days, you know. But then the more we were beginning to know each other, and mostly that season we were very lenient. We're very lenient. But there are some things that were
Very
stuck.
lenient.
And I would say that, you know. And she would cook when cleaning. But then the issue sometimes was, the more we got into this situation of trying to notice each other. Now I started realizing that there's a level of cleanliness. She is clean. She's super clean.
Yeah.
But her level of cleanliness and mine were a bit different.
Yeah.
For me, I needed to see things organized. But for her, things can be disorganized,
But they're all
but they are clean. But for me, they have to be organized
And clean. Yeah.
And so I would come and I'm like, and as she says, we still host people.
Yeah.
Host people. Or sometimes now we are already married, it's the two of us. And sometimes we still just lie on the living room and watch. But then the mattress would stay for like a night. And I'm like, okay, there's a problem here. So something is already messed up for me. But she would be like, babe, let's just chill. But also in these things, I started learning, probably these are her languages, because we had not looked at all those things in depth. And I'm like, I really feel like right now I need to sit on the computer and just work, but things should be neat. But things are not. So I'm working and I'm like, no.
Yeah, distractions.
But then in these spaces where now we started realizing, okay, there are perceptions of things that she knows differently. And now starting to learn these things with her, it has been one of the most, I think that those are part of the things that we say, it's work in a marriage. Because you didn't know, but right now you're noticing them.
Yes.
I would remember the moments that probably we have a conversation and she's like, okay, Anto, please, when you're coming home, just inform me. Just inform me, I'm coming. So during the relationship, this never highlighted. It never highlighted because we would communicate, all the time. But then for me, expectation versus reality is what happens from this part, this joy, this all beautiful part side of relationship and knowing each other to the point of where now you can't be this nice even if there's a situation in marriage. It almost looks like I don't even know this woman right now. Yet you were so lenient. So what happens? That for me is the biggest thing, because the most issues we've dealt with, they are not issues around relationship. And most of us don't go through that. But then the moment you are in a small issue,
It's a big one.
It's so huge.
Wait, why did she want you to call her before you come
she
home?
always wanted me to.
You don't get to talk about it.
What?
I get to talk about it. It's me. It's me.
Yes,
It's my
yes,
expectation
yes,
and my reality. But first, let me tell you. You hear this thing for the levels of OCD.
Yes.
There's his level of OCD,
Yeah.
and then there's my level of
Yes.
OCD, and then they vary based on different things.
Oh yeah,
That's
they
true.
do. They
I
do.
also have the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for me, are things clean?
Yeah.
Are they organized? But something that I cannot hack is disorganization of slippers and shoes. I cannot hack disorganization of slippers and shoes. Like they have to be, if it's red, blue, and they have to be together according to sizes. Him, as long as they've been laid out there, is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So every time I come and I'm like, there's a slipper out of place. And him, he doesn't understand because there's been a mattress in the sitting room.
Exactly. The whole week.
I get it, yeah.
You get? But let me tell you this issue about communication.
Whoa.
So let me tell you.
Tell us.
Yes.
I'm not scared.
So for me, communication is very important. And of course it is for him, but now there are things that for me are obvious. For example, hi, I've left the house. That for me is obvious. Hi, I'm on my way back.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm running a bit late. I'll let you know once I get there. Hi, I'm doing something 10 minutes. In the next 10 minutes, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
The husband of mine. Let me tell you, there's something about creatives that maybe we need grace as creatives for people. There's something. So there is this thing called when the creative juice comes.
Oh.
Yes. So my husband will text me. He's at the office. Let me tell you, at that time he used to work like Uko, you know, like he used to work.
I used to travel. They're gonna travel. I
He
used to travel. Intercounty.
Intercounty. Like he used to travel intercounty. And then this guy will tell me, hi, I'm almost done with the work. Leaving the office in 10. 2 hours later, dude is not picking the phone. Dude is not responding to my messages. Listen, my paranoia levels are like... So my head has gone, he probably left the office. He has been kidnapped, something has happened to him. I have no peace in my life right now. I panic, everything is not working. Oh my God, what is happening? Should I call the police?
Yes.
Is it too soon?
Yes.
Is it late?
Yes.
And I'm wondering what is happening, because for someone who left 10 minutes ago, it's been 2 hours.
Yes.
You should be in the house. It doesn't make sense. Then dude will appear 4 hours later. Hi babe. Like nothing has happened. Nothing has, like everything is okay. You get, and I'm like, first of all, hi, there's something called a phone. I have now left the office. You said you were leaving in 10 minutes. It's been 4 hours. Hey, I am
Update
running
me.
late.
Whoa.
Update me, what's happening? Hata kama ningekuwa napika ugali, my friend, right now.
Imekuwa ice.
It's not a meeting. It's not a meeting. I'll be late. You know. It's not a meeting.
But for me,
But it
it's
helps.
the
But also
information.
phones have charge and sometimes they deplete.
That phone was ringing
And also
my
there's
alarm.
traffic in Nairobi.
It was ringing
You
my
can
alarm.
email. You can email
And when
your
it's
laptop.
ringing and my boss is around me, he needs work done. You know. Come on,
And
guys.
so for me, it's not necessarily even that I need to know where you are all the time.
But
But
that
it's-
communication.
Yeah, the communication is so that I know
understand.
like what is happening. I would like to know that you are fine where you are and everything is okay. If you tell me see you in 2 hours and it's 3 hours and I don't see you, the only conclusion, okay, even if it's traffic, just let me know it's traffic.
Yes,
It will give me
yes,
peace of mind. Or even if it's I've decided my creative juices are now working. They are pouring like rain. It's pouring. It's falling cats and dogs. It's okay. I'm like, well, I just let them creative juices run. I'm gonna go to bed and you know that kind of thing. And let me tell you, this was the first thing we were like, we need to sort this out, or else this save our marriage, please.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Save my marriage. But then now, I think getting to the realization that how it may look little to him, but how
but you-
important
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Now those were the adjustments.
That's
Yeah,
where
yeah,
the
exactly,
adjustment comes in.
exactly.
Like, I honestly don't mind having the mattress in the sitting room for a while because
Yeah.
I just want to sleep there and lie down and you know,
Anytime.
chill with my hubby and you know, cuddle and just have a nice movie.
Yeah.
For him, it's like
Try your kid.
Yeah, let's
So that's
use,
the
let's
thing.
use the couch now because it will
Let's use
control
the
how long we spend. You know.
and so understanding how
Yeah.
important that is for him, then I have to adjust and he has to adjust once he understands how important this thing is for me. However, there is more coming up after the break. There's more. Welcome back to the Save My Marriage show with the Lee Buanas. Let me tell you, it's hot in here. Literally everywhere, it's hot in here. We are talking about expectations versus reality of marriage, and we are telling our stories. So don't be afraid to share with us your stories on Look Up TV. Please, please, please share your stories on Instagram and on Facebook. We want to hear your thoughts.
Yes.
But first, someone was burning in here. Someone was burning. Let's just hear what's burning. Like, umewaka moto. Yes. Yes.
My expectation and reality, my friend. This was, as I said, I've been growing up observing. I learned a lot from observation. Seeing just my parents, okay? Seeing how my mother is towards my father. My expectation was, in marriage, first, is I expected my wife to act like my mother.
Whoa.
Okay?
And I expected my husband to act like my father.
And I see my
Oh my God.
my wife almost behaving like
My
mom.
mother. But irony, you expect me to be like your mom,
Yes.
and then like behave like your mom, then I get a
Exactly.
Yeah.
how do we help you?
By the way, it's true.
Because now he's becoming the father, and now you begin looking at
yourself.
yourself.
My mom are the ones that used to piss me off only. It used to happen that way. So this is what happens. I see how my mom is taking food for my father. How my mom is talking to my father.
You want to say I've never given you?
Painting
Me and you need
picture.
to talk about how we are serving our
No,
husband.
I
no,
know.
no, no,
I want
no.
us to lie on the ground.
No,
I'm
let
saying
Lee
I'm not
speak,
painting
Mr.
that
Lee.
picture.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes.
Andrew,
Yes.
you understand me? Stop it.
No, you are talking like all of us.
Anyway, this is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
There are very many things I saw my mom doing towards my father. But then it used to disturb me with like I was expecting her to do certain things. Like, for example, I'm going to keep it low first. In my parents' house, there are certain things I used to see, like my mom did not allow us to go to bed with plates in the sink. When that happened, I was trying to wonder, oh, why isn't my wife bothered about that? Why? But then later on, I came to realize she hates doing
Dishes.
the dishes.
And then also in my defense, not I might sound a bit of a brat, but honestly, we always had someone to do it. You guys never had.
We
No,
did
they used
have-
to
Like
do
it was very
That's what
rare.
we're
Like
saying.
since I
I
met
come from
him,
a place whereby we had,
Yes.
but you still
You
did.
have-
Still do it.
Yeah. Now us we had, so we had no need.
No
but
need.
it's okay. Now you remember when you said levels of OCD?
Yes.
I have a level of OCD in the kitchen. I cook while cleaning, and I love and I love,
Very
I'm not saying anything. I'm just clearing my throat. and I love leaving the sink clean as well. So I told her I have levels of adjusting. So when I see it's becoming okay for her, she's not bothered. Now that's where I also become worse now. I start becoming not bothered actually. Because I want us to go
Who is at
same
fault now?
level.
If you had maintained that same OCD level, imagine we'd be in a better place.
No.
But imagine you'll be putting up a mask.
No, but he would have told me it disturbs me, but I will take one for the team.
Always taking one for the
Yeah, but no, let me tell you, in my
Taking one for the
defense,
team.
let me tell you, Marina. When you cook with this guy, you're not cooking at 2 dishes. I mean, look at his body. How much would you have to cook? Even you, if you are me, put yourself in my shoes.
Pause.
It's a lot.
But I realize we are throwing around the word OCD here and there and there. It's actually called. It is actually a condition. It's a condition, by the way, obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yes.
But we actually don't have it.
Yeah,
It's just that
we have a spirit
the
of
exhib-
excellence.
Yeah, we have the spirit of excellence. So how this thing exhibits is just
It
that
depends.
is it. It depends.
It
Yes,
depends.
Yes, you are. We see his body.
As I
Yes.
was saying, I'm a
Yes.
very simple man. She got me eating rice and jahe. I was a bachelor.
Me, first of all, let me just throw my expectation in there. Me, I'm from a family where we eat meat.
Oh.
If you don't eat meat, that means the family is suffering
There is
financially.
problem.
So if you come to a relationship where Mbosho is the order of the day, I'm like, is it that we don't have money?
Listen.
I'm like, I'll go buy the meat. It's okay.
It doesn't mean Mbosho was a problem in my family. Remember, she got me as a bachelor. No, actually, she didn't get me as a bachelor. It's because of her that I had to talk a nyumba. Sasa.
Yes.
Yes, because I also learned
Get you alive.
another lesson.
Yes.
I lost someone because of that. Anyway, I had PTSD. So I had to leave the house and become a man. But now when realities of life come, unaanza kujipanga sasa. Say, if I'm planning financial management, oh, by the way, that's another topic.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
Financial management as a bachelor starts hitting you. At first you start spending, then later on you realize, hey,
I don't
okay,
have to
what
spend
can
that much.
come on your food? What will last me long?
Yeah.
Rice and mbosho is the easiest thing to meal prep.
Longevity.
You cook your rice, you cook your mbosho. End of
Longevity.
story.
Yes.
Fridge.
Yes.
You just pakwa. If I want to sprinkle any meat, I go to the supermarket. I buy the already made meat. I sprinkle. It becomes tasty, and it's a balance. So I was still on Survivor series of my bachelor. What she came with, because she never got the opportunity to stay alone. Okay, because it was just from her parents' house straight
to your house.
So she also had her own expectation of
Bachelor.
continue living
Yeah.
as though my friends.
As though she's at home.
It's not like
It's
that.
not
With the
like
parents.
that.
And then I tried to spice it up with Githeri. After 2020. It was a very tough season, but we are here.
Now you see, for me, githeri is a poverty food.
Now you see.
Where I come from.
Me, I love
Ah,
it.
I love it too.
Githeri. Kwanza with cabbage. Oh my God.
Every time githeri was in the fridge, my father could fill up that freezer. You know, people fill up freezers with meat. I was not githeri is overbuying. That
Yeah.
means times were hard.
Tough
Githeri,
times.
cabbage.
Now those
Tough
are
times.
poverty foods for him, and some of my favorite. So we have.
It is what it
Anyway,
is.
you learn as
Expectations.
you, as you go along.
as you go along. So you want to continue living your life
Yes.
as you are, singly, but
Yes.
in marriage.
Yes.
You get?
Yes.
So you want your life to continue the way it used to continue as a
Without
single
interference.
person, without interference.
Yes.
Now in marriage, and you're
Yes.
expecting it to be the way going
It can't.
the same way.
Considerations have to be
Yeah, you were saying.
there. And to conclude my point I was expecting my wife to be
Your mom.
my mother. I was also not considering or considering.
Considerating.
Thank you, madam.
I got you.
It's good doing. Paid school
Teamwork.
tuition.
Teamwork.
So I was not considering that my mother also had her own journey of
Yeah.
marriage to reach where she is.
By the point you're
Yeah.
getting to that awareness,
Yes,
she was
it's
already
different.
old enough.
Yeah.
So she also has her own journey and process, and of which I've already started seeing, because where we were when we just got married is not the same place we are now.
Exactly, yes.
We have, like, to be honest, foundation of marriage can take long depending on how bad each person is as an individual. But we're now getting to our fourth year. Yes. And the foundation of your marriage before even kids come or any other thing has to also run its own course.
Yeah.
I entered marriage expecting I continue from where I left my parents from. In us. You understand?
Yeah.
Maybe let me just also add up something in this, because this is where you see we have a perception of marriage, but yet we have lived within a family for the years before you got married. So that to a single person, he or she has lived with that maybe the mother only or the dad. So those who are both, those are the people they've been seeing as an image of marriage for all that while. That is probably 19, 20
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
That is the image you've been seeing.
Yeah.
When you enter into marriage, you expect that level of
Yeah,
maturity.
that's exactly.
Start.
And you're probably
Exactly.
marrying a single child.
Exactly.
Marrying someone from a
And
single
so
parent home.
there's-
Yeah.
there becomes like it's a huge gap
Yeah.
to actually fill that.
True.
Yeah,
And now
yeah.
the problem sometimes for me even is the same parent is when an issue will occur, you
Yeah.
want to go back to so that they give you the image.
Yes.
Sometimes sadly is the image they'll give you is what worked in
In
that
that
time.
time,
That's
yeah.
time.
It doesn't
Yeah.
work this time.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
mwanamke anafaa apike.
Yes.
Fanye nini jikoni.
Yes,
No.
yes,
Right
yes.
now there are dishwashers and stuff like that. Like, there are
Exactly.
ways you can solve
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't show up in their way of looking at my
Yeah.
son has gotten.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it becomes an issue from that.
Actually, things change because also of, let me tell you, there's a small point we actually don't see. Inflation has changed a lot of marriages.
Yes.
When inflation was not bad, Kitambo, they could afford 2-3 different households. Right now, things are thick. We have to work as a team.
Yep.
And I'm still stuck with how I was brought up.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Economies also play a part.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because some of our parents, like our mothers, were stay-at-home mothers. Some others are not. The same thing happens in our marriage. Like, I've seen my mom working. I expect my wife also to work.
To work.
But I thank God she's one that works. She doesn't like not doing anything. So I'm happy
Personally, I
that
cannot be a
businesswoman,
housewife.
businessman.
I tried it in 2020, nikaona.
She didn't have that dress.
The grace is not upon me to make sure the house is. No. I
That's
can pay someone else to do it.
Yeah.
And she
myself.
flourishes that way,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
So take me as I am.
Take me as I am. That's a whole other wow. That's a whole other conversation. But I feel like time is not on our side. So I'll just ask us to just go around and say something, because I feel like this is a conversation we need to pick up in our next episode.
Yeah.
So starting with Alvin
Yes.
and coming like this, because things are supposed to go clockwise, OCD things. So yes. What is your conclusion from today?
Conclusion today, for today, just for now, is adjustments are coming. Be ready to make adjustments.
Yeah.
Mine is communicate. There is no way I will know what your problem is if you don't tell me. I don't have superpowers.
Yeah.
So say what your problem is. Tell me a suggested solution so that I can apply it in the next occasion.
Mine is basically appreciating the lessons we learned, yes, but then being able to you know, like being able to see the change, building that, because every other person comes in with expectations. We come from different backgrounds, but so our expectations are different. But then let's allow that room to learn each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Becomes
Yeah.
Wow. And I would pick up from where I started when you said marriage is an institution, but it is made up of people. The institution is good. The institution is great.
Yeah.
The people, we need work.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need work. We need adjusting. We need polishing. We need so many things.
Yes.
So don't blame an institution for it not working.
Yes.
Because the institution is good. Us?
Toast to that.
It's us.
Hey.
Marriage works, guys. Yeah. See you next week. On our next episode, we'll be continuing with expectation versus reality. We say compliments to Highland Suits for hosting us. It's been amazing. Please stop by. Thank you, Afro Accessories. We look amazing. Check us out on our handles. Viv Buana, Instagram.
Nessie the Empress.
Alvin Lee Fitness.
Yeah. See you guys next week. Lots of love. Bye-bye. Cheers.
The Save My Marriage show has been recorded at the Highland Suites Apartment Hotel on Chania Avenue, Kilimani.